Nature is taking over here at Camp X-Ray. Used to house prisoners of the US War on Terror for a few months in 2002, a judge has ruled it can't be pulled down. The Red Cross claimed treatment of detainees in the early days of Guantanamo's detention camps was tantamount to torture, so there's a chance these cages may still be needed as evidence in future trials. Some of the most high-value detainees were questioned in these huts. Former inmates have alleged that waterboarding and other so-called enhanced interrogation methods took place here. While Camp X-Ray is now rotting away, over 150 inmates are still kept elsewhere on base in more permanent facilities. This is despite President Obama's calls for the camp's closure, such as in this year's State of the Union address.
This needs to be the year Congress lifts the remaining restrictions on detainee transfers and we close the prison at Guantanamo Bay.
Obama's election pledge to close Guantanamo's camps has so far been thwarted by Congress, which voted not to allow inmates to be transferred to the US or tried under civilian law. Instead, those who are tried are sent to specially created military commissions, based in a courthouse near Camp Justice, which we aren't allowed to film. Defence teams have little confidence in the system. Amongst other concerns, they say they've had their emails leaked to prosecutors, that they found secret microphones in client interview rooms, and most recently there have been allegations that the FBI tried to recruit one of their translators as an informant.
They are inherently unfair. They are set up to be a second-class system of justice. So I think that they are inherently flawed and will not deliver fairness for either side.
Many here don't even need to be tried, though. Around half of the detainees are deemed not to be a security risk and have been cleared for release since 2010. The problem for most of these men is that they're from Yemen, which the US worries won't be able to stop them joining extremist groups there. John Altenberg worked on the commissions as a military lawyer during the Bush administration. He's among those who argue that the very aim of closing the camps is misguided.
They're much like the detainees in other wars that were simply kept until the war is over. What's different about this is we've detained people and we don't know how to tell when the war is over. And so that's the difference. And that's what gives rise to the possibility of indefinite detention for at least a few of them.
Some cleared inmates are now gradually being transferred to third countries. But one thing that supporters and detractors agree on is that Obama's aim of closing the camps by the end of 2014 is unlikely to be achieved.